Hey guys, I'm Eric and I'm along here with Ish in the Santa Fe Springs branch. I'm going to go over our Lean project on leftover service parts. The goal of this Lean project is to come up with a step-by-step process involving the service techs, warehouse, and service managers to properly inventory parts that are left over on service jobs. And what I'm going to do is kind of go over our original process of dealing with these parts and the process we had put into place to deal with them now. So our original process wasn't much of a process at all. It involved the service techs basically. There wasn't a lot of communication between the service techs and the service managers, so a lot of times parts were being properly canceled off of service orders. This would lead to parts piling up. Sometimes they would be in stock, other times they weren't, and it basically lead to a situation like this where we have parts just kind of piled up in a box. The service techs would bring them over to me. I would have to go through the box, look up each part by part, determine whether it has a location in the system, and then also see if it is in stock or not. So to combat this, we came up with a spreadsheet called the Santa Fe Springs Leftover Parts Tool. And so we created the spreadsheet with the help of Nate Molesky. It's a real basic spreadsheet. It's just going to give you the customer order number. It's going to give you the customer name, the quantity on the order, and also the primary bin. So what's going to happen is after a service tech is done with a job, they're going to open up this leftover parts tool. What they're going to do is they're going to type in the job number, and it's going to bring up a list of all the parts on the order. So what they're going to do is go through and type in the quantity that is left over on each job. And then what we did was we created a macro to delete all the unwanted rows. So we just press Control-Z, and the only rows that are left are parts that we're going to cancel off this order. So what's going to happen now is the tech's going to email this, send a copy to myself, Eric Ring, and then we're going to CC our service manager, Jeff Lord. We're just going to send a simple email saying, hey Eric, these are the list of parts that are left over on this job. Please cancel them off the order. And I'll go in, I'll cancel them off the service order, and I'll then send an email to our service manager, Jeff Lord, let him know the parts are canceled, this order is now ready to be invoiced. So this tool is really going to allow us to keep track of these parts on a daily basis instead of just letting them pile up. The tool, it allows me to look at each location that the part has, and also it lets me know that these parts did in fact get canceled off the service order. So that's our Lean project. Thanks.